All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here, reporting in for another list build. Today, I'm going to go over the Echo Base Defenders and what I think the best units would be that benefits the most out of this list and command cards. You don't have to listen to me. This is just my opinion and what I think. So if you want, we can go ahead and start. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and do that. Hit the notification bell if you want to get, news that I'm putting out a new video. I'm trying to do one every day this week the best I can. And I want to say that I've, set up a list Discord. I know it's, very, very similar to, if you just went to the regular Legion Discord and you went over here and you kind of saw some stuff, they've got their own faction chats and stuff like that. And you can do the same thing on the lists that I have set up. You don't have to specifically talk about that. I just have list building up. If you want to talk about something in general, you can just talk about it in the general area over here as well on the list or under the voice channels. And if you haven't already, you can go ahead and head to theburnacademy.com and subscribe now to go ahead and have access to 3, 4, 5, 6 day a week workout plans, coaching videos, example meal plans, able to track your progress, and way more. So let's go ahead and get started. So for the Echo Base Defenders, if we go ahead and look at the command cards, so we'll actually have to click the symbol, go to Echo Base Defenders, boom. All right, so it'll bring it up for you. The 1-pip, delaying tactics, it's okay. It's still giving option to your opponent, and if they, have droids, they're pretty much going to be able to just pick a core. But at the same time, if you're playing Shadow Collective and maybe they put one on Maul or the bus, then and Maul doesn't have the dark saber to make him a commander, you'd be able to put that order token back into their order pool. This is a very good one, but it's very similar to me to like something like Sabotage Communications. It's a hopeful card, but it's definitely doable and it's definitely could do some good things. The 2-pip that they have allows each friendly trooper unit that has issued the order using this card can recover. Now, with being able to use Echo Base Defenders, if we look at who's in here, Luke Skywalker's in here, Han Solo's in here, and then if we look at operatives, you can take R2 and Chewie. For this one, in my opinion, who I think would benefit from that one is Luke Skywalker, because he doesn't have Master of the Force at all, so he's not going to be able to recover any of the Force stuff upgrades that he has. So I honestly think that this is going to benefit him the most. Now, obviously, if you were to take Han Solo and you maybe took Chewie and maybe gave one of them offensive push and stuff like that, or gear that could recover, then that would also be beneficial. But at the same time, being able to have a forced user is so much better than just having a regular melee unit because of force push and because of all the other force powers that they do have, and that they are still heavy melee hitters. So I do think that he's going to benefit the most. And then if we look at their 3-pip at hold at any cost, each friendly core unit is going to gain an aim. So even though you give out the 3 command or the 3 units for the core, you give out those orders, it's still saying that each friendly core unit gains an aim. So your emplacement troopers and your vets are going to gain an aim. And then each friendly emplacement trooper unit gains a standby token. And if we will look at the supports over here, we're allowed to take a laser cannon, which is an emplacement trooper. So the other units that are going to really benefit the most are emplacement troopers. So we want as many of those as possible because it's not limiting us who's getting tokens, but it's just limiting us to who's getting the orders. So we definitely want to have that one. We definitely want to have Courage of the Rebellion. And delaying tactics is okay. We'll see. It just kind of really depends on what you want to do. But for the most part, let's go ahead. For this list, I'm going to go with Commander Luke. One, he doesn't see very much play. And there's obviously good reason for that. But being able to take the Blizzard Force, something a little different. Let's try it. Everyone gets him in the starter package whenever you get the, the core set for Rebellion and Empire. So might as well give it a shot, and he's going to be able to recover it with one of the command cards. So that's cool. We have plenty of options then for that to give him. And since he has a ranged attack, so he's got a range 1 to 2 attack, Pierce 2. So if you get 2 crits, it's Pierce 2. They don't even have to roll. If they've got no cover, and you roll any paint, they're going to die. But obviously, you're going to have to get through cover. You do have 6 black dice surging to crit, which is really, really nice. Impact 2 and Pierce 2. And then you do have 2 force slots and a gear slot. He's got jump 1, charge, deflect, and immune to pierce. So everything that you kind of want in a basic Jedi unit. All right, so we're going to go make sure we go with that. Force push, again, because of that free recover that you're going to get with that card, is going to be very, very imperative that we have that. And now there's so many other things to choose from. I think force reflexes would be good because, again, with that free recovery, he's going to be able to recover a free dodge. And then you could also with cash possibly, or sorry, not with cash, with the gear, go with the cash dodge and get an extra dodge whenever he doesn't have that. So there's plenty of ways to give him dodges if you want to make him tanky. If you want to get him in there fast, you could use burst of speed. Obviously, that's less that you're going to be able to recover. You could go with Jedi Mind Trick if you really, really wanted to, because then maybe for the command cards you wanted to use, you serve your master well. And so what you would do is you would go with, choose a non-commander or operative enemy trooper unit at range 1 to 2, and it gains 2 suppression. So say that they had a Wookiee or, some special forces unit coming after you. You could give them 2 suppression, and then that would get them suppressed because it equals their, courage value. You'd be able to perform a free move or attack action with that unit. You can even start a melee with that unit as long as they're suppressed. Now, if you, you could use a friendly trooper, but that's just up to you. And so, all right, so back to this. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to go with force reflexes because I'll show you why and what I'm thinking. And then prepared supplies just to give him that extra dodge just in case. So now that we know what we're doing, we're going to go with Luke's command cards just for now. And I would go with Son of Skywalker for sure, because we don't have, his Jedi mind trick at all. What I kind of want to do is just regularly go with his delaying tactics right here. For the Blizzard Force, you never know. I think that it would be a good one. My ally is the Force is definite because it's giving it to 2 troopers, just like Push would, but you're getting a dodge with it. And it's not just, a random 2 orders. This one just gives it to Luke Skywalker. But if you feel like you're going to be playing him very, very aggressively, I would, take this, but it's much, much better on operative Luke because of his courage value. The courage value of operative Luke is 4. So that would give him more dice than just the 3. So I wouldn't go with that. And then you don't really have 2 heavy units. Now you do have support units. I will put you have to have supports. So you could go with that one, but for the supports that we do have, we're not going with Tauntauns. We're not going with Tauntauns. We're just going to go with the emplacement troopers. So there's no point for that. And then aggression, we don't have any mercenary unit. So I would go with my allies, the Force. You already have the other 2 pip. And then we have the 3 pip that is just mind-boggling, the hold at any cost. And then the other one I would go with is Return of the Jedi, where he's going to be able to, when Luke Skywalker activates, each friendly trooper unit at range 1 to 3 of him, regardless of line of sight, may remove 1 suppression token. And when Luke is issued an order, he's going to be able to gain a dodge. So it's just another way of getting a dodge. So he's dodged up sometimes. So we have got a good spot. So Rebel Veterans and the Mark II, because those are the only ones that we can bring. And because of the hold at any cost, emplacement troopers are imperative. Now, maybe you don't bring hold at any cost and you don't bring as many medium blaster trooper or the Mark IIs. Maybe you just bring a ton of Rebel Veterans because maybe you just want to run veterans. And now I haven't done that yet, but that would be pretty cool. I mean, just running like 4 or 5 of these, that sounds fun, but very expensive at the same time. So we're going to do our normal 3. We're going to do our normal 3 and we're going to deck out the core. Now we've got 7 activations. We've only got 516. We have to have some supports. So I would go with the FD laser cannon because, again, they're going to benefit most from hold at any cost, giving them a standby, and their standby is already range 1 to 3. So if you can place them properly in the very, very beginning, that's going to do you wonders. And they've got range 1 to 5 with 5 black dice surging to hit. You know, they don't really have sharpshooter or anything, but you've got ways to hopefully be able to take that aim and then just fire, because you can't move. You're not going to be able to go anywhere. You've got 6 health, 2 courage. You're going to be there for a while, and you're going to be putting out some dice each turn. You just got to make sure those dice count. It's impact 2, so you could use this to help be anti-tank while your, you know, infantry kind of goes in, or it could be, you know, anti-infantry with the suppressive if you wanted to, but it's just up to you. So say you wanted it to be anti infantry, go with that one. If you don't like vehicles and you know that they're going to be taking vehicles, especially with the droid force, the battle force for the droids, impact 1 will be really good because of the tank that they're going to have to bring. Droids are really good against suppression because it doesn't affect them until they have to panic. So this might not be the best. It's kind of up to you guys. But for me, in my opinion, I'm going to go with the barrage generator. And I'm just going to go with 3, leaving me with 80 points left. And I've got 10 activations. So there's a few things that you can do. You could probably go with a 4th one right here. You've got 12 points that you can do with whatever you want. Maybe, you know, for a 12, you give each rebel veteran a offensive push, push, and that gives you a full 800. Now, you don't have to do that, because what will happen is whenever you do have the 2-pip that hands out 2 orders and allows you to recover, that's 2 units that can recover. So maybe you give 1 unit the offensive push. You know, that's just kind of up to you. That'll leave you with 8 points left. Maybe, you know, you got 12 points activations left. So what you could also do is get rid of one of the laser teams and go with just a rebel officer. And then what this will also be able to do is help, hopefully, Luke Skywalker, if you can do a vigilance and portable scanner. Now we've got 776. So we've got, you know, 24 more points that we can do with whatever we want. Maybe give one of your rebel veterans the medic. You have a 6-point bid. Yeah, I feel like 11 activations, 6-point bid. You've got all of your core. You got 3 laser cannon teams. The fact that you're going to be able to give out, you know, 6 standbys and 6 aims, that's pretty cool. Like I said, you could also just get rid of the rebel officer and go in with another laser cannon team and maybe put some upgrades on the rebel veterans. That's just up to you, because then what that would do is it'd give you 4 standbys basically on the cannons with an extra 3. So 7 altogether standbys at range 3. So that could be very, very helpful. And I mean, that's a good possibility. But let's go ahead and go with the objectives and kind of see what we can do. Now, you've got 3 units that are going to be stationary completely. So really, in actuality, you're not going to have very many. I mean, obviously, you can do what? 8 units that are movable, 8 units that can do stuff. So breakthrough is not going to be that great because, I mean, you've got 3 units that are speed 1, 3 units that can't move. So, I mean, that's almost half your army, or over half your army, that can't really go very far or do much at all. So I would say breakthrough is out. Intercept the transmissions is a possibility. Key positions is a good one because you'd be able to perform a ton of cover with the laser cannon team. Recover the supplies. Probably wouldn't be that bad because, you know, Luke Skywalker could get up there. Maybe you've got the rebel veterans with the medium blaster, you know, detaching speed 1 away from your rebel veteran unit leader. Sabotage the motion evaporators is a definite. Hostage exchange for sure. And so you're left with the other 2. I'd probably go with key positions because you've got Luke Skywalker with force push to be able to push them off of that position if you really needed to. And then with the last one, you could go with recover the supplies, but that's going to be hard. A lot of catching up to do. So intercept the transmissions is probably the other best thing that you could do, is just, you know, set up as many of your laser cannons in as close to everything as you can. That's the only thing I could say. So go with intercept the transmissions, and then deployment, advanced positions for sure, because with those speed ones and with the amount of rebel veterans that'll be able to do their scout one and then detach their, Mark II a little farther even, that's going to prevent a lot of infiltration and stuff as well. Battle lines would be great because you could space out your emplacement troopers all along those lines to prevent anyone from doing anything. And then you could honestly, again, go with disarray because you've got the rebel officer that could really help some of the troops here. And then maybe you put Luke Skywalker somewhere else with some FD cannons. That's just up to you. The fact that you're going to be not moving so much, long march wouldn't be that bad, and offensive, major offensive also wouldn't be that bad. So I'd go with that one. And I could be wrong. Hey, I mean, if you got another opinion, go ahead. And here's another good thing. So because, again, you don't have very many units that will be moving, I think that minefield would actually be a really, really good one. And then if you did do rapid reinforcements with 11 activations, maybe you put one of your FD laser cannons, away beyond range 2 of all other enemy units, and then just start going ham on them if you can on the next go round. You've got 6 health. They're going to be super distracted and surrounded, but hey, you could be too. So it's a possibility that you could be willing to take. You might not want hostile environment because you really only have one unit that's going to be able to inspire one and not really even inspire that much. So I wouldn't go with that. You've got long range. You've got 3 long range cannons, and you've got some range 4 guns over here. So I probably wouldn't go with limited visibility. I'd definitely go with fortified positions for your medium blaster, your Mark IIs basically, and your laser cannons. Supply drops is always fun. And then honestly, you're just kind of stuck with a few more. I'd go with clear conditions just to make it easy on everyone, including yourself. So there you go, guys. This is the Rebel Echo based defenders that I have. These are the ones where, Luke Skywalker's going in and you've got the Rebel officer trying to help, the Rebel veterans, and you've got the Rebel veterans and the Mark IIs and the laser cannon team trying to provide long range cover for Luke Skywalker to be able to get in. So this would be a good little gun line for Luke Skywalker, again, to get in and do some damage and protect him, hopefully, from getting caught in too much fire. Well, all right, guys, go ahead and, go check out that Discord, check out theburdenacademy.com. If you liked this video, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below of what you liked most, what you would kind of maybe do different, maybe a list that you're excited about or a list that you'd want to see covered. I'm going to try to come out with the, a 501st and a droid invasion force. So, all right, guys, I will catch you in the next video, and I will see you guys next time.